Aloha everybody, this is Gigi from Kauai Community College. In this video, we are computing limits using the sandwich or the squeeze theorem. So when do you use this technique? When all the other algebraic techniques fail. So if you couldn't do anything algebraically, then let's look at this sandwich theorem. Now, what is the sandwich theorem? The sandwich theorem said the function that you're looking at, in this case, x squared multiplied by sine of 1 over x. Okay, so if that function that you're looking at is in between two other functions, sandwich in between two other functions, that's why it's called the sandwich theorem. And the one on the left goes to, has a limit of L. The one on the right has a limit of L, meaning they have the same limit, right? So then the thing that is being squeezed in between, which is your function, is gonna have to go to that same number L. So here is how it works. First, we would recognize that the function sine of anything is going to be in between -1 and 1, right? That's how the unit circle works, right? It's in between -1 and 1. Now, this happens as long as x is not 0, which is okay because when we're taking the limit as x go to 0, the definition of limits say it does not necessarily have to be defined at that point. Okay, so we're good to go in terms of restrictions. And then we will say, well, if that's the case, we can multiply everything by x squared. So the function that we're looking at, our f of x here, is in between -x squared and x squared. Okay, now what do we know? So these two functions that we want to use as our sandwich have to be functions that we can take the limit of, right? And that is the point. It's just because we're looking at a function that we don't know how to work with. So let's look at the thing that is being sandwiched in between. And so the function that we come up with must be something that we can take the limit of. And in this case, the limit as x go to 0 of x squared is 0. And the limit of x go to 0 of -x squared is also 0. Right, so we're looking at an upside down parabola. When x is 0, the value there is 0, and then a right side up parabola. Right, when x is approaching 0, the limit also go to 0. Okay, now so since these two are sandwiching our function f of x, and they both go to the same value, the sandwich theorem will just say, hey, the limit of your function is also 0, right? So that is how we use the sandwich theorem. And the key concept here is to go ahead and use function that we know, relate to facts that we know before. So, in the next video, we'll have another technique, which is called variable substitution. Not a very common technique, but sometimes it is good to go ahead and use when everything else fails, right? Just like the sandwich theorem.